Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. All right, we're back again. Let's Paint TV in the house. I'm your host, Mr. Let's Paint. Let's get ready to blast off. Oh, wait a second. There's no shot. Or is there a shot? Oh, I guess there is a shot. Okay, there is a shot. We're ready to take on the world. All right, 818-528-4516. You want to call us? You can. I don't really have any no agenda today, which is probably, honestly, has been the case for quite some time. And maybe I need to shake your booty, shake your booty. Let's Paint TV in the house. Thanks again for being here. I am grateful for all the interaction that we are able to create here. I feel alive and well, a little sleepy. I could easily be not doing much of anything, but I might as well do nothing with you. I might as well be doing nothing with you, and that's what we're doing right now. Doing nothing at all here on the program. Well, I got my treadmill set. Let's get my knee braces on. We'll just start moving, if you will. We'll just start going here, if we can. Reading your chats. Oh, taking your calls here. Taking your calls on Let's Paint TV. 818-528-4516. Call us now. We're happy to take your calls. Reading emails. Monitoring the emails that come in. Slow news day. Slow to some degree. It's somewhat slow, but that's all right. Slow and steady. Slow and steady. Let's go slow and steady. Let's slow and slow and steady. Slow and steady. Let me take this. You know, these little braces are kind of neat, but they also itch. So we'll just go without it. Well, we did some painting yesterday. We did some exercise. We should probably be doing the same today. We could easily. And just sit right back. We're going to do that right after these important messages. Doo-doo. Hey, this is Mr. Let's Paint for Miracle-Gro. Are you trying to grow your plants, but you can't seem to get any luck because the plants die and they just get eaten by bugs, or they wilt? They don't really have any kind of extra special sauce that makes them plentiful and beautiful? Well, Miracle-Gro is your trick. That is what you need to get, is some Miracle-Gro for your plants. Sprinkle some of that on today, and rest assured you're going to grow. Be-doop. All right, we're back. Let's Paint TV. I should do a Folgers commercial, shouldn't I? I definitely need to do some coffee commercials. I definitely want to just go to bed. Go back to sleep. I definitely want to do that. But since that is not going to be the case, I must continue on. All right, let's continue on. Any ideas what to paint today? Because we could do that. We could definitely do that. Otherwise, I'm going to get moving on the treadmill, and maybe that will motivate me to be a little more, I guess, optimistic. Or I'm somewhat optimistic. You can be, as I'm trying to feel excited. You can be optimistic, but be down. You know what I mean? I'm definitely optimistic, but down. I'm on a down, but I'm optimistic. Is that possible? I believe so, and that's because I'm kind of sleepy and groggy. But don't underestimate or don't assume that if one is groggy or does not have any modes of transportation, any kind of energy credit to dispense, to use, don't confuse that with some sort of major depression and doom and gloom. It is called recharging the batteries. It is called taking it easy. And then sometimes we equate depression with just taking a break. Taking a break is not depression. Okay, so with that in mind, I just rest assured I am content, I am complacent, I am conjoined. Conjoined at the hip? No, coerced. I'm alive and well, though I am a little sleepy. Not to be confused with lack of enthusiasm, which I guess I do have lack of enthusiasm, but lack of enthusiasm does not need to be confused with being anything more than just that, just for that fact. The facts, just the facts, ma'am. Hey, let's get our first call of the day, first call of the week, probably, I think. If I can get my little mouse over here. Hello, caller. You're on Let's Paint TV. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing great. Just sort of waking up.
Hey, yeah, just calling to tell you how much I appreciate your show, man. I like what you do a lot.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, just calling to give my shout out to say keep up the good work and
all right.
And I hope and have a great one. Okay, good luck with everything.
Okay, thank you. You too, man. You too.
All right, bye bye.
Okay. Hey, I appreciate that. That's nice. I will. You guys are keeping me going. Your support. You are my support. You are my jock strap. You are my bra that I lay my head on. You are my pillow that I rest my head. You are my support units. It's a back and forth kind of thing. It is back and forth. It is mono. It is a duplicit, if that's the right word, cohabitation that we have found ourselves sitting here today, as we are here every day, Monday through Friday, through thick or thin, without any kind of energy at first, and yet we mustered on, we continue on to get the job done, whatever that job is. And maybe the job is strictly ballroom dancing, strictly strychnine, strike, you're out. Maybe it is for the purpose of just existing. Maybe that's our purpose here, to just not sneak it up too much, or at times maybe a lot. But maybe we just need to exist. Maybe we just need to let it out however we can. And so that's where we are. That's where I find myself right now here. Pretty much it's been the case, my MO for doing this program every day, Monday through Friday, 11 to 12 noon Pacific Standard Time, 2 Eastern. And feel free to call us here, 818-528-4516. Got a little winded? No, got a little gain some exercise in here. It is helping my thought process, maybe, or at least it is helping joggle my brain just a tad bit to make a supercharge. Looking for a supercharge, looking to get supercharged somehow. Point 10th of a mile. 0.110, I guess. 0.11. All right. Anyway, there's the number, 818-528-4516. We painted yesterday the Beverly Hills 91210. 90210. For some reason, I feel like I got that number wrong. That for Beverly Hills. I thought it was 91210. I think it is. A Swiss Army knife painting, special edition. And but I think someone, I think it was Carol, somebody mentioned that it's actually a Pez. It's actually it looks like a Pez Swiss Army knife, Pez candy Swiss Army knife. So anyway, that was kind of neat. Neat to, I didn't realize that that's what it was. I was kind of seeing those little heads on the Swiss Army knife as those little Peruvian finger puppets. Have you seen those little Peruvian finger puppets? That's what I was thinking of them as. Okay, anyway, 818-528-45. That was yesterday, guys. That was yesterday. We cannot rest on our laurels. We must. No, I think we should. I think you could. I think you need to. Because otherwise you're going to be too hard on yourself to feel like you have to amount to anything. And in reality, we are really just a hill of beans. That's all we really are, is just a hill of beans. Or just a bunch of dust in the wind. Particularly if we were cremated and thrown into the wind. We definitely would be dust into the wind. I mean, literally, that would be the case. Something to look forward to. That'd be interesting to see that. Life and death, or death. What happens? We talk about that every once in a while. What happens after you die? It would be interesting to be like your spirit. You're dead, and then you're just sort of floating around, and you kind of see what they do with your dead body. And I'm laughing, but I'm actually crying. Wait, is it 90210? Bongo? What is the correct thing? Because the problem is, if you Google something, they've already taken into account of the mistaking. They have already stuff up there at 91210 Beverly Hills, and it says TV show, and then. So if that was correct, I assume that was correct because I saw that it was already there on Google. But they've already taken the incorrect, if that's incorrect. But maybe that is correct. See, I don't know. You can't believe everything, believe the hype. You can't believe everything you see or hear on the internet. And you cannot take this program with a grain of salt. You cannot assume anything. All you can assume is that we are committed to being here with you every day, Monday through Friday, 11 to 12 noon, Pacific Standard Time. That's 2 Eastern. And we're taking the calls, 818-528-4516. I'm already a quarter of a mile. Is that right? Yeah, 1/4 of a mile, just sort of letting out our thoughts without much, not too much holding back here, I guess, if you will. So there is a drawback there. It is probably not recommended to be not to be holding back and let out all your thoughts as I do. You're probably not the best thing to do if you are a total jerk in some way or another, because that jerk will come out. Pretty sure of that. So be careful, I guess. You might not want to mince your words. You might want to control that, as you see politicians do all the time. They're very careful about holding back. They're very careful about holding back on their racist views and what have you. All right. Anyway, that's my political commentary for today. Just getting into it here, as you can see. And we got an early start here, believe it or not, getting on the treadmill. But I think that's a good thing to do, because, frankly, otherwise I'll find a way not to get on the treadmill. I'll find a way not to paint, actually, frankly. And we're already figuring that out now, as we start cooking, as we start bubbling, as we start moving our equilibrium, shifting, shape shifters. That's where it's at right now. 818-528-4516. All right. Well, that's all we got right going on here. Thanks again for being here. I guess without further ado, I think I probably could start some painting here. What should we paint, though? I guess we'll put that out into the hemisphere, out there into the hinterlands. Hemisphere and hinterlands. Hinterlands. Hemisphere. Yeah. Okay. I guess we'll take suggestions on what to paint. I got a bunch of these little 8x10 canvases, so it doesn't hurt to. Again, we talk about this all the time. We can paint on something that doesn't necessarily mean that we have to. We can experiment, is what I'm trying to say. So I guess that's where we kind of are finding ourselves here, and small paintings are kind of neat for that, because you can maybe not worry so much about wasting a bunch of paint, though that shouldn't stop you. And I know it doesn't stop me usually, but it can, because it ain't. Yeah, it's hump day, Eric. Yeah, it feels like it's a hump day. It feels like it's a tough day to get through. I can't wait to get through this day. It's hump day. Hump day! Have you seen that ad? It's a good ad. So, the thing is, I don't know what the ad's for. What's the ad for? That's the problem with ads sometimes. Ads can be so good you don't even know what they're for. Hump day! I think it's like a Geico ad. I don't know. Every ad is like a Geico ad for some reason. I want to still see the show where John paints on acid, says Clocks Boy. That's not going to happen. I have no interest in that kind of stuff. I'm kind of afraid of that, really, frankly. But there's talk about that kind of acid, as it originally was planned, as a as a way to be used to help people with like post-traumatic stress disorders and other mental, you know, it could be used, but it's a mess. I wouldn't want to mess with that stuff. That's crazy stuff. That's that scientific research stuff. That's crazy, man. Crazy stuff. But you know, I guess maybe we benefit from it somehow. I don't know. But there's a lot of abuse in that realm, isn't there? Abuse of animals and stuff. I just heard that there was a terrible story, but it was kind of a good story, but it was awful at the same time. They just released a bunch of beagles that had been used for experiments. Little cute ass beagle dogs that had never, like, you know, been outside their cages. You know, that's sad. I'm glad they released them, but man, that's just sad that they have to even do that kind of stuff. Okay. All right. Talking about pretty much everything here under the sky, under the system. Already half a mile, guys. And let's get some water in us here if we can, if possible. Now Mother's Day's coming around the corner, guys. So now you could buy flowers, as most of you always do. Buy flowers, but you know those flowers die. You know that flowers will die, and I mean, unless you bought a potted plant or a tree that you're going to plant, and then if you took care of it, well, then it won't die. But basically, flowers, when you cut them and put them in a vase and all that, they're going to die. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts. And is your love, is that? Do you want your love for your mom to be some flowers that die? Does that's almost like explaining to the world, telling the world that my love wanes. My love for you, Mom, is gonna die. I'm gonna lose my love. So what do? Well, coming this Mother's Day, I am going to be providing paintings of flowers. That's right, paintings of flowers to give to your mom. And those, my friends, will last forever, forever. So look for that. We're going to start, I posted a picture up on Instagram already. That's going to be at the Daniel Rolnick Gallery in Santa Monica, lovely Santa Monica, on Ocean Avenue, right across the street from the Santa Monica Pier. All right, 818-528-4516. That is the number. I'm just gaining a nice run here, frankly. Gaining a nice feel. Getting a little spit out too. I mean, I feel like painting, but I don't feel like painting. You know what I mean? I just feel like hanging out. There's nothing wrong with it either, by the way. There's nothing wrong with just sitting in front of your canvas and just sort of, you know, being in your studio. That's what we kind of are doing right now in a way, and that's healthy. I mean, why must we be so productive all the time? I have that issue all the time myself, because I basically feel like I need to be productive. Let me just slow it down here. I feel like I don't really want to be running as much. Clocks Boy is going to call the show one day. Fantastic. Well, today's a good day to call. The lines are wide open. Wide open. Open lines, America. Give us a call. 818-528-4516. All right. Fantastic. Is there still Fantastic Sam's? Is that still a place to get a haircut? Can you still go to Fantastic Sam's? How about Supercuts? Is that still around, Supercuts? I don't know if you noticed, I cut my hair the other day, yesterday. I do it myself. because I don't really have any hair in the first place, so why would I need a barber to cut my hair? All right, I've basically painted myself into a corner, and I got nothing better to do but to put some paint on the canvas. So let's get our gloves on here, guys. After all, this is a painting show, and this is about inspiration. This is about commitment. This is about perseverance. This is about the pursuit of happiness. This is about hanging out, hanging in there, existing, and all that jazz. Da 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 da. All that jazz. All right, so let's get our gloves on. Without further ado, I think we should probably put some paint down on the canvas. But again, I'm not really certain I really want to pursue anything other than just put some paint down. And maybe that's what we got to start to do, is just put some paint down. As I always tell you, I need to take some of that own medicine. I need some of that medicine that I dispense. I need to take that myself. Just throw some paint down onto the canvas. Just get it going. Don't sweat it so much. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's get the ball rolling, guys. Let's roll that ball. All right, one glove's on. Let's get another glove. All right, 2 gloves. That's it. Do they make gloves? I mean, I know they got like rubbers for your you know what I mean? Oh, they do make rubbers for your shoes. That's for when you got rubbers. In fact, they call them rubbers. Or I remember my dad used to call them rubbers. The rubber wrap around you put on your shoes. I vividly remember him saying, "Where are my rubbers? Where are my rubbers?" So yeah, I guess there are rubbers for your feet. I was going to ask, but they're really for your shoes. They're really for your shoes. And by the way, has anyone ever figured out why we say we're putting on our shoes and socks when really we're putting our socks and shoes on? Be a good video though. That'd be a good video. I want to do a video where I do that, where I just put on my shoes and socks. So I put my shoe on and then I put a sock over the shoe. I think that'd be a good video. All right, we got a lot of ideas, and that's what we cook them up. We cook up concoctions. Concoctions. I like that good word. Concoctions. Already almost a mile without even blinking an eye here, guys. Let's turn on the fan because it's getting a little hot. In here. All right, and just for the sake of the continuum, for the sake of the movements of this show, let's put some paint down onto the canvas. And again, I don't really have any preconceived ideas. I'm not buying the idea of doing anything. I'm not interested in any ideas. I'm not interested in putting forth any ideas. I don't really have I don't want to be, extra clever now. I don't want to be witty. I don't really want to do anything. I just want to exist. I just want to exist right now, just in a visceral kind of way. Nothing more than just that. I don't have that need right now at the moment. And it will change probably in another quarter mile. the need for speed, the need to put forth some sort of idea. I don't have that need. It is vacant. I like that. I have bliss. I have I'm content with myself. I am okay with myself that I don't have a need, a want, a one, a two, a 1, 2, 3. Give me a break, give me a break, give me a break of that Kit Kat bar. 818-528-4516. We are painting. What we're painting, I'm not so sure, and I'm fine with that. I am really good with that. I'm good for it for at least for a few minutes, and then maybe I will coexist or be coerced or co-workers, co-op. I'll be co-opted to maybe depict something that with the paint. But at the moment, let's just put some paint down on the canvas, which I was kind of alluding to or pointing out that that's maybe what I like to do here, because after all, that is really, when we get down to the deep down, real deep down realm of things, the real deal of sorts. It is just put some paint down. It is just the respond react element that we have going on, and I like that. I gotta say I like it, and yet I know I changed my mind. I will change my mind. I probably will move on and feel obligated or feel not, and that's my own personal problem. Now that's personal dealings. That's my battles. That's my demons. That's my demons, guys, that I have to deal with. But that's all right. It's okay. It's all right. We have those demons. That's a good demon, though. It's like the South Park demon. If you want to have a demon, I'd like to hang out with the South Park demon. That guy's pretty cool. The devil, the South Park devil. All right, exactly 1 mile. Actually, it's 0.99 miles, but it's going to be 1 mile by the time I finish talking at this moment here, or not quite, but it's almost there. And we're about halfway through the program. We've begun a painting here. We've taken a call. We talked about pretty much everything under the world, under the sky, under the stars. Man, we really have, and so that's pretty exciting. Oh, let's stretch, guys. That's what I need to do. I don't do enough. I talk about it, but then I never do it, or I do a little, and then it's not a part of my vocabulary. It's not part of anyone's vocabulary, stretching. But when you think about it, it's probably one of the best things you can do. And I gotta say, I don't know why, it's not part of our psyche or mainstream. It's not mainstream enough. You don't see Beyonce. Where's Beyonce stretching, Where's Michael Jordan stretching, you know what I mean? Obama. I don't see Obama stretching. Feels good though, feels good. This is a good one too, guys. You want to lock your elbows so it's straight, and then pull it back all the way and just kind of chill. Take a few deep breaths. take some phone calls, 818-528-4516. But the longer you can do the stretch, the longer you can hold the stretch. Don't half-ass. It's okay to half-ass a little bit, but you'd be better off taking a little longer, take a few more deeper breaths in the stretching process. Again, I don't have the patience for it either. I know I feel your pain, or I feel your boredom, and or I feel feelings. Whoa, 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 feelings. Whoa, 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 feelings. Whoa, 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 feelings. Feelings. Whoa, 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 feelings. 1.16 miles. And we're working at that small brush. Now I guess if this was a gigantic let's imagine that this was a gigantic painting, then this would be a gigantic brush. That's one way to look at it. But I do like a bigger brush usually, but since this is a teeny canvas, a little brush is going to be fine in some ways. Now for me, the challenge is to somehow, if I like something in a small scale, such as this, can I make it, can I expand on it and go large? And so far I don't feel I have succeeded, but you know, let me just slow it down here. Whew. Let's take a break. You're watching Let's Paint TV. I just realized I had to stop. Not enough stretching. Let's zoom in. Let's zoom in on the. Zoom in on the painting. We'll just move it over a little bit. That should work. Okay, yeah, I had to stop running. I was feeling a little bit of a pain from that, and I guess I didn't do enough stretching. Let's get some water. I haven't had any water. That's not good either. Ah, feelings. Whoa, 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 feelings. Okay, let's just kind of mess around with it. I'm not going to run anymore. I just feel like that was something going on there. Body mind was not connecting, or it was, but it was also causing a little pain, so I wanted to just stop. And you know, as much as I talk about the beauty of doing it all at once, there are some drawbacks, as you can tell. Potentially, there are some drawbacks. So, in this case, we are experiencing that. However, we're just going to scale it back. Some of the stuff that we're doing here for you, and just kind of now. And this is nice, so we can get a little more intricate now that we stop maybe the theatrics and just kind of get. And sometimes we need to have the theatrics to get going. But nevertheless, we do benefit from slowing down, and so we're in the slowing down phase, a little more intricate phase, kind of filling in the gaps here, a little bit mindless on some levels, but interesting process nevertheless for me. It's simple, and yet it is interesting nevertheless. And thanks, Clocks. Boy, I'm glad you say that. I secretly probably would want to do more with the abstract kind of element, and yet I don't spend too much time there, and I think it's because I feel as if money-wise, there's no money in it or something, and yet, landscape paint, abstraction is pretty popular nowadays, but I haven't been able to capitalize on it. Well, it's natural in the sense of that I just paint. I'm just painting, and it has no difference in my application from this than when I'm painting something else. I have the same approach. So right now I'm dealing with a little pain in my arm, and it's annoying. If you noticed a marked slowdown in my energies, that is the reason why. This is clearly a doodle on many fronts. This is a doodle. Now, I think, it'd be really interesting to try to capture this energy really large on a real large canvas. I gotta say, I secretly really would like to do that, and yet I always feel like every time I try, I just don't pull it off at all. And it's probably because I'm not using super big brushes and a crap load of paint. And that's probably the reason. See, because, if you scale this up, if you could, this would be really a lot of paint, and be interesting. I gotta say, I'd be fascinated to maybe try, but I just haven't figured it out yet. But I will. It's one of those things this is like one of those things that you want to do, and it makes you want to keep living, and keep painting, because it is sort of a exploratory element that you feel like you haven't been able to succeed at, even slightly. And those kind of things are good. I think they keep you on this planet, I think, in a weird way. Not that you're going you're not going anywhere anytime soon. Let's hope not. But it makes make life exciting, and because you're interested in something new. And anyway, I just slowed down because I mentioned I basically pulled a muscle in my arm, and my painting arm. It's an ongoing battle. And I thought I was straight. I thought stretching would have helped, and it should have, but it just didn't. See, because again, I didn't stretch prior. So, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Now, let's introduce another color in here. Now, could be maybe more problematic when you do this, but we can try. How much of it do we want to go in there with? I kind of don't like it now. That's all right. Maybe we got to go a little crazier with it, that's all. Get a little more bolder with it. What does it mean? I don't know. I don't think there's any connection to anything here, which is a neat feeling. Oh. 1.35, guys. As we really had. I don't know if you watched the program, this whole program, and I know some of you were. We really slowed it down considerably, but we're still here. And sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to just slow it down. Okay, let's see if we get another color in here. Laura says some blue and green. Yeah, that's what you're one step ahead of me. 2 steps ahead of me. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. Let's get a little green in here. yeah, we slow it down, but now we can kind of feeling like we got our bearings back together again. We kind of feel a little more like we know what's going on, or speed it up a little bit. 1.39 miles. Get a little green in here. I don't know how much green I want to get in here. It's kind of a green blue, which turns out to be kind of connecting to the black that I already kind of put down, which wasn't really a black, but .41. Whew. Let's get a bigger brush, maybe. Maybe a little more paint thinner. More water, more water. Whew. Whew, 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 whew. All right, let's come back in with some white, maybe, and see if we can do something with the white. Oh, excuse me. Well, I think we did it. Got a little painting in here. I don't feel like really messing with it much more, so feel relatively good. I like I said, I pulled a muscle in my arm, and so it sucks. Kind of burns my energy level down quite. Had to bring it back down, but we hung in there, and we're still here. .62 miles. I say I was done, but I see a couple of things I want to do. That happens. Okay, I think I'm done now. Not much of a difference that I did. All right. All right, fantastic. Well, we did some painting. What do you know? And we talked about a lot of stuff. We had, this was one of these shows where we had kind of a good start in a sense. We felt energized a little bit. No, we really weren't. And then we were on a roll, and then we had to shut it down. I did. But I got into the painting, and I hung in there. So that's life, guys. Just hang in there. 1.7 miles here. 1.71. Whew. Okay. Well, so here's the trick here or maybe the challenge for myself. And like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna pursue it. It's an ongoing thing for me. Someone who's painted for so many years, who loves to paint. But do I love to paint just for depicting things? Or do I love the paint because I love to just put the paint down on the canvas? And I think secretly or deep down, it is just that. I love the application of the paint. And if that is the case, then my true self, my true sense of being could be based on, or could be about just non-objective kind of painting as opposed to representational stuff. Having said that, I probably am never going to have it figured out or pursue it 100%. Sadly, because, well, not sadly, but maybe it's not meant to be, or it's just something to try, I guess. I don't know. I think economically it's always a problem. That's always my thought on it all. It seems like economically economics gets in the way of doing things that maybe you would like to do. It's kind of sad, isn't it? It's kind of sad. But these are the breaks. Break it up, break down. It is, now you don't have to let it get to you. We try not to let it get to us. That's why I do this program with you, because we're really we're not really, this is not a moneymaker. Being here with you every day, Monday through Friday, there's no. Though we do put out the. We do pass the hat around, and so we do appreciate any kind of donations, support that comes from your neck of the woods, and or buying of any kind of paintings or T-shirts. And you can find all that at letspainttv.com, or go to patreon.com/letspainttv, where you could support the program for as little as $1 a month. But I got to say, this vehicle that I provide to you guys, hopefully represents the struggles of an artist. Yours truly, Mr. Let's Paint. But we try to separate, if we can, the economics, because really economics will destroy your creative bliss, your creative zeal, your true self. However, it can also benefit you too. So it's a catch-22. But we try to keep that in mind, or at least once in a while separate that, so we don't worry so much about economics in creativity land. It's hard not to, I know. Hey, it's 12 noon, guys. Our show is officially over. Thanks again for being here. We kind of had a little physical breakdown. Not mental, but physical. But see, the physical can lead to a mental. I don't know if you're aware of that, but that happens quite a bit in health. If your physical is not up to par, or it has some sort of a stoppage, it will affect your mental. And I think that was evident in the show today, or at least I'm aware of it, because I have a nice pain in my arm. All right. Anyway, show's over, guys. Go out there and have fun. I'll post this up on. We'll make this available. I like it. I kind of like it. I think my next trick is to try to, again, maybe try that really large, or just make a whole bunch, of this vein for the time being. I'll post this on Instagram and all that. 1.89 guys, miles, and I think tomorrow I'm going to definitely put on not the Bengay, but the Tiger Balm. I usually put the Tiger Balm, but today I hadn't been doing that lately, and that's why I sort of suffered a little bit with my letting the pain get to me. Because I haven't got time for the pain. No, I haven't got time for the pain. No, haven't got time for the pain anymore. I think I just combined two songs. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. It's just after 12 noon here, Pacific Standard Time. Get out there and be creative. Get out there and stink it up, will you? All right. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye-bye. And stretch. Guys, stretch. Stretch.